hello, and welcome in. We are so back. I have been itching to play this space tag. But we've also been cooking way far ahead. So it's time to reset. Reset the full calc. Where are you? Trainer Steven, there you are. And then finally we need Mega Steelix. All right. That's a start. Now let's not assume that the line we wrote down works. Let's go all the way back. All right, let's bring up the other fight. The other fight is Lando. So we plan to go with the standard lead. Keck W. And with Kecleon, we want to be level 89. And we want to do enough damage with Fake Out, which I believe Life Orb will do. Life Orb damage. We need to do 16%, which Fake Out successfully achieves. Okay, so Life Orb Kecleon does job 1. And let's remember that this is a sand fight. All right. So, again, we Fake Out. We get Trick Room. We die because we'll be pre-damaged, and we'll be pre-damaged to a very low number, just not a number that dies to Life Orb or Recoil. So we'll pre-damage to like 30. Yeah, 30 will do the trick. Great. And then that means Trick Room goes up. We have a free switch. We bring in the Maligned Conch, and we're gonna spend, I think it's 2 candies and a scale. And we need to ruin our moveset, which really is fine. I think I need Ice Punch too. I think this is the set. Inca Beasta, hello friend. Welcome in. It is a glorious day A day where we take down Space Tag or wipe. How are you doing, Mr. Cola 101? All right. Nice job on Winona yesterday, by the way. So turn 1, we KO, we get up Trick Room, we have 4 turns. We bring in Conk. Conk will be holding the Iron Ball and will be juiced up. We click Hammer Arm on the T-Tar, KO it. Outright. Hammer Arm KOs T-Tar. Next. And Dragon Pulse will always KO the Landorus. So we get a double KO, and Dragon Gem is used up, guaranteed. This means Maxi looks at my team and says, okay, you're dead to Ice Punch and Hammer Arm, respectively, and outsped, therefore, its team order on Heatran. Yep. Next, Moltres comes out. At level 91 with 2 scale, or with the scale, Rock Tomb KOs Moltres. So now it's down. And Heatran has a 50-50. It's actually a better than 50-50 in our favor. Because it only has one move, it can click on us. It can click Magma Storm. But on Dialga, it can click 2 different moves, both Earth Power and Magma Storm, which are both +6/+8 on that turn. So there's effectively a 1 in 3 chance that Conk gets targeted, which is pretty good. I don't really know that it works that way, but so it's probably not that good of an odds, but at least there are 2 moves on the other side that could get a +8 instead of 1 on our side. So it is, I don't know what the exact odds are, but it's better than 50-50 in our favor that we will not get targeted. The wipe angle is 50-50 target, Magma Storm hits, crit. So we have to dodge that. But even if we don't, we have a shot to get out anyway, which is why we've chosen this line. Conk with Iron Ball will underspeed the Ferrothorn, which allows us to Fire Punch it for a KO. Now we're going to take Iron Bard's Rocky Helmet, which I did not really think about. We take Iron Barb's Rocky Helmet. Okay. Which means that we are just dead to Heatran, which we did not consider before. We're just straight up dead to Heatran. Such is life, unless we want a Super Candy. Yeah, because we've already taken, this will be 2 turns of Sand Chip. Plus Iron, that's 37%. So yeah, we're always dead. So Conk is probably is 50-50 or call it 40% to die here. Welcome in, hello. And then Conk, if Conk is dead, we bring in Hydreigon. Hydreigon is never dead to Heatran. But if he 50-50 targets me, oh right, then he can Dragon Pulse. How many candies would I need for Conk to live? Because we have to be Iron Ball. So because we don't want this to just be a raw 50-50. And then if that's the case, we can't really do our line. So Heatran in this world has taken a minimum of an unboosted Dragon Pulse. Wait a minute, wait. Yeah. Right, because it'd be Dragon Pulse on Moltres. Right. So unboosted, so it's taken 22%, and this turn it's taking another 55. So that's 77. Do we have enough damage? With Dark Pulse, we do. So Dark Pulse KOs, we would never die. Neither does Dialga, because we'd be full HP. And that means we're on the field with Garchomp, and Garchomp non-Mega. We would have to be starting at 82%. If we start at 82%, are we dead to anything? Or stunned to like max roll crits. Okay. We live with that. And then Garchomp can't protect and just dies. Yeah. Okay. That seems fairly good. And then we just like Citrus Berry for help. And then what if it's... So if we get the 50-50 target and he hits, we assume Conk dies. We think we win. If we don't get the 50-50, Conk lives, then Conk goes out a hero. Right? Now he can die, because in this version of the world, we might get Protect from Garchomp. Right, so sorry, if he lives, then Heatran's been chipped, and Conk hits it with Hammer Arm. At this point, Conk has taken 3 turns of Sand Chip, and 25% from Iron Barb's Rocky Helmet. So that's 25, like 42. So Garchomp, not Mega, not Sandforce, will not see a KO. But in the world where we're not targeted, he usually hits Dialga, so we're good. But this is the world where he can just beat us. And if Hydreigon dies, that fundamentally changes all of our other cooks. But for now, I think this is what we have to run. The short answer is these are the guys. Dialga needs to help us. Heatran needs to not be an asshole, and we'll get through. So that's the plan. It's slightly worse than I thought, but it's as good as I found. It's better than Octillery. Octillery has so many ways to lose, and I don't think this one has. This one really only has like super fictional lose cons. It does have versions where we can lose both Mons, which would be horrendous. But that's just what we have. Conk has been maligned this entire run, and deservedly so. So this is his time. We will forgive every Sheer Force encounter in our lives if Conk clutches up in this moment. All right, and who needs to come? Who are the goats of the run that deserve a spot at the table for this fight? Certainly Milotic and Breloom, 2 stars. And then I think the Hasty Sink herself, Musharna, who has been equally heroic, getting us through CRR Blaziken, getting us through crit on Mega Medi. These are the guys. Okay. Let's candy up. All right. We need to maximize our attack. Man, I get so nervous for these boss fights. We need 2 candies on Conk. And then we need to fundamentally mess up our moveset. Life Orb Keck. Iron Ball Conk. Citrus Berry. Citrus Berry? I think it is Citrus plus pre-damage. Gives us the best odds. Okay. Let's get our pre-damage first. Okay. Conk needs all the HP it can get. Okay, next we do moves. Let's go fly to our favorite place. Mauville. Okay. Alright, there are versions of this where Conk just clutches up and wins the whole fight. They're fairly rare, but they exist. I'm also going to think about pre-damaging Conk since we know we're always dead anyway. Okay, Brick Break goes. I'm going to look at that quickly. Ice Punch. Once again, it's you. And there's no saving. The only move we need is Hammer Arm of our original set. Everything else must go. How does Musharna learn Rock Tomb? That's hilarious. What can't Musharna do? Goodbye, Superpower. Alright, let's look at this. How low does Conk need to be at level 91 to show Garchomp it dies without us getting targeted? And then does that HP allow us to do the same risk on Heatran is the question. Okay. Okay. High horsepower, non-sand forest Garchomp, 43%, 130. All right, And that's 130 plus iron barbs. Let's think about the turns here. The turns are sand, sand, iron barbs, rocky helmet, sand, sand. That can't be right. KO3, right? We're assuming Dialga takes the other guy. That's right. KO3. Three turns of sand plus iron barbs, rocky helmet. All right, let's do some math. Okay, iron barbs, rocky helmet is not an 8th, right? It's a 6th, which probably helps us a little bit here. So Conk HP is 299. So helmet does 37. Rocky helmet does 49. And then sand does 18. Plus 49 plus. All right, so Conk's taking 122 damage. And we want to be at 130. So that would be 252. So now let's play this out if Conk at 252 works. Assuming we win the 50-50, because if we don't, he dies. The question is, do we show any killing rolls to Heatran that way? All right. So Conk. We're also not always taking Rocky Helmet. That's important to know. We can't really deal with that. The question is, does this improve our odds? Not will it definitely work out this way? Right? There's an equal chance that we are killing Heatran and not Dialga. It just depends on what Dialga does. We have no control over it. It's just a 50-50. But on this particular line, so turn 1, if we start at 252, and turn 1, we KO and we take 18 from sand. We go to 234, and then we assume the Ferrothor line. I'm sorry, then we KO Moltres. We take another 18, and we can't get flame bodied by Rock Tomb. Now we're at 216, and this is we've only taken one turn of sand. So we'll be at 234. Is this just bad? Am I looking at this wrong? I think this is just bad. This makes me want to go back to Octillery, but we already spent their resources. I think we run it. Conk, 252. No, I think this way, I think we just go in full HP because it gives us, because we don't know what damage we'll have taken. So we're just gonna go in and we're gonna hope for the best. We're gonna see what happens. This is Space Tag, and even if we survive this fight, if we do so without a Hydreigon, it fundamentally changes the likelihood that we win the game. And that largely just comes down to a 50-50. Kecleon, level 89 with Life Orb and Fake Out. Yes. Hammer Arm, Fire Punch, Ice Punch, Conk. Full HP, Juiced Attack. Good. And Hydreigon. Citrus Berry and pre-damage to 234. 234. Yeah, because we have to account. Yes. For good luck, we're gonna pre-poison Breloom. Space Tag is about to happen, Inca. I don't know if going well is the answer. We have a line, and it's terrifying, but that's Space Tag for you. Hello, Ben. Welcome in. Excellent timing. We are about to go in. Oh, we forgot to do one very important thing. We need to rename our Conk. This is Conk's chance to redeem its underwhelming performance on the team. Today, everyone has always questioned what does IB stand for, and today it stands for Iron Ball. This is IB Conk. Let's go, buddy. You hold the keys to the future. T, hello, welcome in. I actually went to message you, and you ended stream 2 seconds afterwards. So I tried. This is the team. We need some luck. No question about it. We do not have the answers to the test. We win more often than not. We usually lose 2. And if we lose a 50-50 and get crit, then we wipe. So that's life. Classic tag, yeah. Sounds like run and bun. It's not how late game's supposed to go, but it is how the tag fights go. This is where we find out if the run is destined or if the run is over. Okay. Kecleon's been pre-damaged. Conk's moves have been fixed. Let's make sure our items are there. Life Orb. We will not die to recoil. We have 226 HP, so we will still tank the attack. Thank you. It's good to be home. Conk has been leveled up. He has been juiced, and his move pool has been destroyed. Conk, you are sheer force. You are minus defense. You have been risked to boom over and over again, and yet here we are at the gates of tag, and you, the undisputed non-boom tag goat, has a chance to show us how good you are. Hydreigon, my incredible hasty Hydreigon, I really want to have you at the end. We absolutely scaled attack. My natural attack was 8T. 8. Yeah. 1 scale, 2 candies. That's what we've invested here. Enough stalling. Let us through! One, 2, and 3. I hate tag fights, but they do make for good content. Oh, I am sweaty. All right, you've all seen it before. The potato and the Lando. You lead with a fake out mon that dies to get your trick room up. Kecleon, you have been a Kecleon. Thank you for your service. 07, buddy. You got it, buddy. Be the first Kecleon to survive this turn. Actually, don't. That absolutely ruin our chances. All right, we survive Life Orb. Landorus flinches. Low kick. Shout out to anyone that has ever lost to the low kick weight bug on Tabitha 2. This Kecleon dies to low kick. Now, our Iron Ball buddy and his effed up move set needs to clutch up. Hammer Arm guaranteed KO into Tyranitar. Dialga with a Dragon Gem boosted Dragon Pulse always KOs Lando. Cheesemo, welcome in. We delayed our Octillery, our Scorched Slab encounter so long, got an Octillery, and then didn't bring it. This line allowed us to guarantee Ferrothorn coming out later. We absolutely have wipe chances here. Absolutely. Next turn is the pivotal turn of this fight. This is guaranteed Moltres, just because we could set up the Dragon Pulse KO. Heatran, Moltres. We show fast kill to both Pokemon on the right-hand side, though they're only ranges. All right, there are two 50-50s this turn. All right, we are going to Rock Tomb the Moltres. It's going to die. It cannot protect because it sees a fast KO into us. Heatran has the chance to target either side. It is slightly more likely to target Dialga because it has two moves. It can choose highest damage and a trapping move on Dialga, where the trapping move is highest damage on us. It's not 60-40 or 2/3 to 1. It's probably like 55-45. But we got it. The other 50-50 is Dialga's targeting. It can go Dragon Pulse into Moltres, or it can go Aura Sphere into Heatran. We just get what we get, and we adapt. Moltres, gone. Heatran, don't be an ass. Aura Sphere, okay. Flash Cannon, that's Dialga. Conk has a chance. Oh, what? I did not know it could do that, but we are fine. Pogar! I gotta work on my Inca voice. Shout out to Inca if he's still here. All right. From this position, I think Conk dies, but we win. So, with the Iron Ball, we are faster in Trick Room than this Ferrothorn. However, to KO it, we need to take Iron Barbs and Rocky Helmet and Sand, and our Conkeldurr is going to have a bad time. So we have to do that because Dialga is only clicking Aura Sphere because of what it chose last turn. Let me double check this. This is not the time to misclick. Heatran is naturally faster than Dialga, so it is right now slower. So Dialga has fast kill into Heatran, it has slow kill into Ferrothorn with Flamethrower. So Dialga is always taking the KO on Heatran for us, and we need to clear the other side. Do we have a dumb person play? Is there a way to save Conkeldurr? Ferrothorn Power Whip is the move, right? Yes, Ferrothorn might click Power Whip into Conk. And by might, I mean will. It is always Power Whip into Conkeldurr. No, this brings in a loss. This brings in a lose con. We're not playing for that. We're playing to get out. We always knew there was a chance that Conk would die on this fight. We click Fire Punch. We fast KO Ferrothorn with the Iron Ball and the Speed Drop. We are slower than this slow guy. Conk, I love you, buddy. I'm sorry I hated you the whole run. Iron Barbs, Rocky Helmet. By the way, Sand is 18. We just didn't get the roll to live. If we had 2 more HP, we would win the fight. Deathless. Couldn't do it. We needed Iron Ball. Our Conk was too fast. Tell me if you ever heard that before. However, this is why we pre-damaged. Our hasty boy, Hydreigon, is 214 speed. And non-Mega, non-Sandforce Garchomp does 234 minimum with Scale Shot. So we are 1 point slower / faster in Trick Room. And we will KO with Draco and Dragon Pulse. Draco is a range, but we got what we needed. Garchomp's what I wanted to come out of this fight with. Garchomp in a dream. Come on, buddy. Rip Conk. Dialga. Just crits him. Let's go. Good job, Dialga. You did your part beautifully. Okay. Let's go. That feels great. That specter of this fight has been hanging over my head for 6 days. You do that. You do that. The number of times I've risked that Conkeldurr to explosion is a bit absurd, so it feels redemptive that he would show up to this fight instead of all the explodey guys and get us through. All right, let's take our Life Orb back. Take our Iron Ball back. Go. 15 deaths. All of a sudden, the death count is mounting. All right, and I don't think we get a new level cap here, if my memory serves me. No, we don't. It's so frustrating that you beat such a fight and you don't get a level cap. All right. We carry on. I think now we get to talk to Steven, right? Like our good buddy Nick Battlesmons, I also have not played Vanilla Emerald. I know. What a bum. I played Pokemon Blue, Yellow, and Red. I'm old, man. I'm kidding. I had Ruby. I just didn't have Emerald. That's for the rich kids, you know, buy the expansions. We couldn't afford that. Yeah. Now yeah. The Game Boy Advance XSP. Remember when a video game just coming with a light made it like technology? That was the cool thing. Yeah. Yeah. Ruby was the last one. I was like reaching that age where it stopped being a thing. And then obviously came back to it. One misclick. Don't misclick. If I lose, it's easier in the moment. It's way more frustrating, but it's easier to deal with a misclick than it is to deal with. For me, it's easier to deal with. I'm sorry, RNG than the misclick, because the misclick you can always play around, but the RNG sometimes just gets you. Oh yeah, pretending. For me, it was always pretending I'm reading a book. Right, you got the book and then the Game Boy inside the book, so your parents are like, "Oh yeah, he's reading. That's good." Oh yeah. Those were the days. All right, we got to go pick up some items, right? This is like scanner item number 2 now. Let's go get some Pokemans to do these. Come on, Walrein, you can come with me. Nasharna. And do we get encounters here? Let's bring Milo. Where's Milotic? Oh, it's already in the party. Good, good, good. I guess we bring our Shifu, and then probably Gyarados. Yeah. So I've been kind of bored out of my mind in the hospital because with the baby in the NICU, we pretty much were just stuck in a room, and it took 2 days for the baby to come. So I kid you not, I'll look at every line, but I have cooked every fight up to Relly and Ian with my existing box. That doesn't mean they're riskless, doesn't mean they're perfect. It just means I've looked at them and I have kind of a sketch of what I'm doing. In some cases, I have exact lines, which means I haven't thought about encounters. I have 4 days, man. It's like 18 fights. It's not that many. It's just how crazy these fights are. So I have no real concept of whether I should get any encounters now. I also don't know how long I'll get to hang out. We got a newborn that eats every 2 hours, and my wife's recovering, so I may just abruptly have to leave. Not much I can do about that. If I want the bee, I have the bee. So we've got dive, right? So we can go back to like abandoned ship. Oh, I have Beedrill. Yeah. This is a 104 Beedrill run. This is the same run where I was using my min defense Beedrill as my defensive pivot in Norman's gym. Well, that's a bad start. Didn't use it on Maxi. Goodbye, Octillery. U-turn KO? Soy. Yeah, well, I had the hasty Noivern. The problem for my box on Maxi was Garchomp because I blew up both of my Garchomp encounters. So I had to get creative, and Noivern. Well, I didn't have to get that creative. I just needed to use Noivern instead of Beedrill. Yeah, it wasn't. Mine wasn't. Remember, I don't Mickey mine up and do the adamant thing. I don't have the scales for it. So mine was like a ranged 2-shot. I needed, and I didn't have the slots to just sack something. I could do like 50% with Beedrill, and then somebody else had to finish the job. Yeah, I'll show you my Beedrill. It's good. It hits the numbers that I needed to hit as someone that doesn't spend the scales on it. Oh, run. Darn it. Let's not assume that we'll KO you. Skill issue indeed. This is going to take a minute. Oh, no it won't. Azu's terrible. Aqua Jet, you fool. Look at that. I didn't even take damage. Battle never happened. I don't even know where I'm not even going to the right place. You have to go to the dive spot. What a fool. I've played this before. I've been to late game. Dive in that hole. Diving in the hole with the homies. Oh, now I gotta do the, I gotta do the puzzle, right? I get a key from one of these. Key to room 1, soy. Wiped to puzzle. I mean, you see Inca and Winnono's gym yesterday? Wiping to puzzle is just what we do in this group. The fact that you get skill swap if you have an early dive mon is really cool, by the way. Considering that that means like there's a world where you can do the heist without spending a scale. I think that's really cool. Okay. Key to room 6. I think the other ones are both trash, right? All right, let's look at these one more time. All right, it's like a diagonal line and then top right. Missed the explosion. Apparently not. Okay. Key to room 2, and then the others are trash. Let's go. Scanner acquired. Outplayed. All right, and now let's look at potential encounters. I don't know that we need to take any, but I want to. I have no recollection of what's available to me, so let's find out. So we've got delays. We have Game Corner, which I don't really know why we're still delaying that. Scorched Slab is gone. We pulled Octillery and then didn't use it. Lily Cove I have no interest in pulling. 125 is a roamer route. I probably will end up pulling that. I probably should pull that. Shoal Cave I don't feel the need for. It's 124. Look at 124 125. Hold on a sec. Time to be a dad. Sorry, friends. I'll catch you later. But glad we got to do Pyre Tag. Thank you for being here. No raid. Just love. Peace out.